In today's video, I'm going to share 10 back-to-school tips for staying healthy that aren't your average run-of-the-mill wash your hands suggestions. However, now that I mention it, make sure everyone in your family is very conscious about washing their hands. If you're new to my channel, welcome. I make weekly vlogs and informational videos on leading a healthy and happy lifestyle on the go, even with your busy mom schedule. I would love for you to take 2 seconds and consider hitting that subscribe button right here down below. Most parents know that back to school often equates to sneezing, sniffles, as kids share more than their summer adventures. For many parents, the onset of the new school year means they're hoping they can keep their kids and themselves from getting sick. Soon after school starts, we begin to experience a dramatic change in season, from hot to cool, and our bodies often struggle to keep up. We often think of the wintertime as cold season, but in reality, it starts now. This is the time of year when our immune systems get a little bit behind and colds and chronic conditions can flare up. Ideally, you want to get ahead of the game during the fall so that when winter hits, you stride into the holiday season in full gear. I've put together my Natural Mom's Guide of all of my absolute must-haves as the season shifts. Here are 10 tips for keeping your kids and you healthy this school year. All right, my first 2 tips are a little bit of housekeeping because we can't talk supplements without these first 2. So that leads us to tip number 1, and that is eating well. There is no substitution or supplement to a healthy diet. A healthy immune system relies on a good intake of vitamin, minerals, and phytonutrients. This means getting your kids to eat their helpings of fruits and vegetables, as well as all the other foods that are linked to healthy eating. Tip number 2, our second housekeeping item, is sleeping well. If the return of the school year means that your kids are getting up earlier than they'd like, help them realize the importance it is to go to bed just a little bit earlier. Set a good example by having a cutoff point for screen time, at least an hour before bedtime, so that the natural melatonin in your body can synthesize and it's not disrupted by those blue lights that are emitted from all of the devices around us. Without adequate sleep, not only do kids have a hard time concentrating, they're also more susceptible to illnesses and not feeling well. All right, now onto the fun stuff. Tip number 3, bioactive silver. Not something you probably hear on a day-to-day basis, but silver is kind of like a top secret agent that has a ton of skills when it comes to seeking out and destroying pathogens. The silver molecule holds on to oxygen that interacts and bonds in bacteria, and it essentially suffocates them. Silver also has the ability to bind and destroy the DNA of some microbes. Having this stuff in your toolkit is basically like having an assassin on hand. Tip number 4, ionized zinc concentrate. Zinc is super effective for fighting colds and keeping the immune system strong. Zinc is involved in so many functions of the body. It plays a big role in maintaining the lining of the gut, which also plays an important role in immune function. Zinc also helps our immune cells actually function, and they're responsible for literally swallowing foreign pathogens. All right, tip number 5, ASTRAGALUS liquid. I personally like the alcohol-free tinctures. We all know this time of year can be a little bit stressful. It starts with getting into that back to school swing, then suddenly it's Thanksgiving, and you've barely taken a second to even breathe. Astragalus is awesome because it not only has adaptogenic stress-busting qualities, but it also specifically targets the immune system. Astragalus is one of my favorite secret weapons to getting through the season shift and cold-free all the way into the holidays. Tip number 6. Echinacea and GOLDENSEAL liquid. Again, I like these alcohol-free. So the key to preventing cold and sickness is to catch the bugs before they start, right? I always have this stuff on hand in case we come into contact with a friend who's under the weather or experiencing a cold and flu symptom. Echinacea is a double-edged sword because it boosts immunity while combating infection-causing microbes. GOLDENSEAL, on the other hand, is one of the most potent antibiotic herbs in the entire arsenal. Not only is it incredibly effective, even on antibiotic-resistant strains, but it doesn't create antibiotic-resistant superbugs like antibiotics actually do. All right, tip number 7, ESTER-C, or as you've probably heard it referred to as vitamin C, is the oldest trick in the book when it comes to prepping and preventing the health pitfalls that come with the season change. It's super safe and almost impossible to overdo, and relatively affordable. Vitamin C is actually an antioxidant and is known to fight everything from the common cold to cancer. It helps boost the immune system's ability to fight pathogens, and it's absolute must in everyone and anyone's back-to-school survival kit. Tip number 8, L-LYSINE. Not only does L-LYSINE play an important role in immunity, this amino acid has antiviral properties. L-LYSINE helps develop antibodies, which are kind of like the body's security watch team, let's call them. They essentially record interaction with foreign invaders, then alert the immune system to respond. It's pretty neat and very effective. Tip number 9, black elderberry. Either the drops or the syrup are my preferred method of taking this. There's a chance you already may be using this amazing herb, as it makes for a pretty popular flavor of jam, but the chances are you haven't heard about its incredible immune boosting properties. Thanks to its high level of antioxidants, this herb helps to keep your immune system balanced and high functioning. We use elderberry daily when gearing up for the back to school season. All right, my last tip, tip number 10, organic ginger tea and lemon balm tea. You can actually feel your body and system thanking you when you drink this stuff. I promise. It's the perfect combo for this time of year. The warming ginger helps fend off microbes, while the lemon balm eases the psychological impact of stress that comes with this time of year. With the slightest hint of sweetness, it boosts your body's resilience. This tea is also great to pair with tip number 2, which is getting more rest. Something I like to do with my family. Yes, even my 3-year-old likes the taste of this. It helps us relax and unwind in a really great soothing way before bed. Whatever your busy schedule looks like this back to school season, this lineup of superstar supplements and tips is sure to keep you rocking and rolling all the way into the holiday season. Thank you so much for watching. If you like this video, go ahead and give it a big thumbs up. And I'd love to know in the comments down below, what are some of your favorite tips and tricks for staying healthy during the back to school season? Thanks everyone.